Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Markita, your favorite nomadic mom, spiritual coach, and teacher of life. If this is your first time joining, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I am so grateful and happy to have you here. If you are new and you're not a subscriber, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Here on this channel, we talk all about how to live your very best life as a single parent. So if that's something that you're interested in, please be sure to smash that subscribe button. So on today's video, we're going to be talking about the lessons that I've learned on my first experience as a nomadic mama. For those of you who are not up to date, I began my nomadic journey back in 2020. And then I got pregnant and I had a baby, and I picked back up with my travel 2 months ago. The first place we came is Thailand. So if you are interested in learning some of the lessons that I have learned about myself, please be sure to stick around. This is a personal reflection about the lessons that I have learned on my first experience abroad, right? So I've never been out of the country by myself. I have never been on a solo trip. This is my first time taking my daughter on a trip, and it's her first time being out of the country, obviously, because she is 1 year old. So it's a lot of new experiences here. So I just wanted to touch on 5 of the lessons that I have learned so far as I have re-entered into my nomadic journey as a new woman, as a mother, and as a single parent. So one of the biggest lessons that has been screaming at me since I have gotten into Thailand is I need a more solid foundation. I left on a wing. I sold everything and I'm like, this is gonna work. I'm just letting this work. I'm just allowing it to happen. And it is, and I am. However, I realized that my foundation is still very much so weak. My sources of income are not flowing how I would like them to flow. And part of the reason is because of me, right? Part of the reason is because I have not been in my bag, essentially. So I kind of just sold everything. I sold my car, I sold all of my possessions, and I just left. I didn't have that many possessions because I had, like I said, I already started this journey in 2020. So I didn't have a lot, and I was actually living with family when I decided to come out here to Thailand. The biggest investment that I had was my car. And so I sold that, and I came with good savings, guys. And I say that I got out here and I was not prepared, or as prepared as I should have been, just thinking that Thailand is cheap. Thailand, like my money is gonna go far. I should be able to survive 6 months, 12 months, 8 months, 8 months, 6 months, 8 months, or 12 months with this amount of money in Thailand. No, no. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. The reason why this was not a good foundation is because the money is not continuously flowing, right? So if I came and I had that as savings and cushion and the money was still flowing, it would be totally different. But because it's not flowing anymore, I'm living off savings essentially, it's not working. It's not working. And part of it is because I have a dependent. I have a daughter. I have someone that needs to be taken care of. She's still in diapers. She has to eat, and that girl eats all day. She eats all day, which is fine because she's growing. But yeah, I put her in. She's in daycare. I have to have care for her because I'm a single parent, right? So I want to be able to enjoy and experience things for myself and have some time to myself. So I had to arrange care for her. These are the things that I was not experiencing at home. I was living with family, so I was paying little rent. Like I didn't have the expenses that I have now, and I wasn't prepared. And my foundation was weak. It is weak. I'm working on it, but my foundation is weak, right? So that is the biggest lesson out of all of this that I have learned is foundation. Foundation. Like if I can say anything to encourage anybody who wants to live a nomadic journey, do it, yes, but make sure that your streams are streaming. Make sure that your money is flowing, because if not, you'll be back home, pretty soon. Like it won't be as sustainable. The second lesson that I have learned on this journey so far, that has been number 2 in the game, is that I need to have a plan. I did not have a plan when I came out here, which is probably why I ended up spending a whole lot more money than I had anticipated in my mind. As a nomad, I do believe that there is some sort of intuitive compass that you must adhere to. Follow your intuitive compass, yes, but still have a plan. Have a plan and just be okay with things not going as planned, because they hardly ever go as planned, right? Like that's just reality. Like that's life. Like things hardly ever go as planned. If you look back at my last 2 videos reflecting on Thailand, I, speak very loosely on I'm jumping from this island to that island to this place to that place, which is fine. However, if I would have taken a little bit more time to do research, to plan, to kind of map out like locations and, different things, I would not have come out of pocket with as much money as I did. But essentially, I didn't have a plan at all, right? So I'm just going to be a nomad. I wrote out some things, but it still was too loose, especially with me having a daughter. So now I'm like, ring it in, ring it back in. I'm giving myself time, and I'm like, reel it in. I'm not giving up, but I'm also like, foundation. I'm also like, plan. I'm going back home in a few days, and I'm giving myself time to get help with the divine, but I'm also giving myself time to plan and get in my bag, because I know that I have 1,000,001 ways that I can make money and that I can have streams of income flowing. But I have to be very intentional about showing up in those ways. So, yes, that's the second lesson, is have a plan. I encourage you to have a plan and pivot when things don't go as planned. It's okay to pivot, but you should have a plan. I didn't have a plan on where I was going, or like where would I go after Thailand. Like I didn't know. When I did my nomadic journey in the beginning, I kind of just went with an intuitive compass. I just bounced from place to place. But I was single and I had a partner. I had my boyfriend. He was there with me. But now I don't. I don't have anyone, and I just have a dependent, somebody who's dependent on me to show up and give them attention and energy. Yeah, like I need a plan. I need foundation and I need a plan in order for this to continue to be a journey of ease and flow. One thing that I had to reflect on as well is that this is a muscle that has to be exercised. This is an experience that is going to come easier with consistency, easier with a plan, easier with foundation, and easier with an open mind, right? My mind is open, but there are still a lot of Western conveniences that I know that I'm dependent upon, that has made this experience here in Thailand more expensive than it needed to be. But in addition to, it has made the experience a little bit more challenging than it probably needed to be. Like, it's going to get easier as I continue to learn myself, as I continue to detach from westernized material possessions and material conveniences, as I continue to evolve and grow into it with consistency and with time. It will become easier, but I have to keep going. And I want to keep going. So, yes, like, it is not easy. It is not easy. And I think that even with time, it only becomes easier with a mindset of openness, with the mindset of pivoting, with the mindset of accepting that it's not going to always go as the planned. The fourth lesson that I have received from this journey is that I may not always want to explore, and that's okay. I thought that I would get into a new environment and I'll be so anxious and thrilled to go and explore, whatever city or island or country that I'm in. When this experience, I was like, no, I just want to rest. I enjoyed hiking. I enjoyed going to the local parks. Like, I enjoyed the local, simple things of life. I wasn't so anxious to do a lot of touristy things. So I'm learning that that's okay for me. It's okay for me to relax. It's okay for me to not want to do anything. It's okay for me to be in Thailand and not want to do anything. It's okay for me to want to just be in the conveniences of the apartment, going to the apartment gym and going to the apartment pool, and just having the simple everyday life to life experiences. This is why I chose to slow travel, is because I don't want it to be so fast. Like, I'm not trying to punch a ton of experiences into a couple of days or a couple of weeks. I would much rather slow things down and allow myself to live everyday normal life, and then occasionally go and check out a few things. And so that's what I have been doing, and it's been working for me. So the fifth and final lesson that I have received from this whole experience so far is that I get to decide how this experience will go. I can be a fast traveler, like a regular nomadic, jump from place to place. I can do 3 months at a time, 6 months at a time, a year, 2 years at a time. It's on me. I can do 6 months and then do 2 months. I can do 6 months and then do week by week. There is no blueprint on how you nomad. Like, there's no blueprint, right? The definition of being a nomad is being a wanderer. And so for me, I'm like, let go of all of the things that you've looked at on YouTube. Let go of all of the things that you've read, all the blogs. Let go of all of it, throw it back, and adopt your own definition of how you want this experience to be, and go with the flow. Just go with the flow. So this is my season of learning to go with the flow. I'm going back home. I don't know how long I'm going to stay home. I don't know. But I do know that the journey will continue, and it's continuing even when I go back home. I would like to set up home base in another country. I don't know which country that will be at. And I'm okay with not knowing which country that will be. And I know that the journey will continue and evolve into what it needs to be for me. If there is any message that you could receive from my 5 lessons, just entering into this journey, is to make the experience unique to you, to your journey, to your story, to your situation. Make it all around you. Don't, or I won't say don't, but try not to attach so much to anyone else's experience. I know, because I did that. When I first started out, I did that. But I immediately had to switch it off. You're not them, Markita. You can't do the things that they're doing because you don't have the experience that they are having. You don't have the eye. You don't have the mindset. Like, you're totally different. That if you're thinking about being a nomad, take these lessons, but also reflect on who you are and the things that you wish to experience in life. That's all I have for you all today. Thank you all for tuning in. If you got some tips, tools, suggestions, want to ask a question, please drop it down in the comments. I would love to get your perspective on what are the lessons that you have learned in your nomadic journey. Also, if you're thinking about becoming a nomad, what would you hope to get out of the journey? Thank you all for being here. I hope you all have an amazing day. Peace.